Alright, Jeff, that's how you make oatmeal. I, well, the easiest way to do it is about this much is going to be about a bowl. So I'll do each handful, you can do that. At this point, I know pretty much what it looks like, and I want to finish this one off. So I got this much in here, right? So it's just substantial enough. This will be enough for like 3 days or so. Then put in water enough to boil the oats most of the way. It's not going to be totally enough. I'm going to finish it off. You can see about how much I got in there. I'm going to finish it off with soy milk, and that's what makes it rich, and it's richer each day. So we put that in there. Then I always put in, I'm not a real big fan of raisins. I think you're a bigger fan than I am, but in oatmeal, they are great, and they give the sweetness to it. So you don't need to add any sugar or honey or brown sugar or syrup or anything like that. This really adds to it. Yeah, screw this up because I want to do this fast for you. Ooh, broke the bag. Alright, anyway, so I want to give you an idea about how much. You don't really even have to break them up. They're going to break themselves up. So that's probably not enough. So, a little more. Now, blueberries, I get the frozen blueberries, Publix brand or Dole. They all seem to be about the same, but Publix is cheaper. Blueberries, I'm gonna, gotta get a spatula here. As soon as I get this going, I take out blueberries from the freezer and I put them into a cup, one of the bowls I'm gonna use for our breakfast. In case there's just one of you, so one bowl. And cover it up so it will cook faster. And I rinse it 3 times and then I let it sit in warm water. But I do not cook the blueberries. I'm not cooking right now except for your sake, so I'm not going to take out the blueberries. But normally I would take the blueberries out right away so they can start to thaw. And I use soy milk. I use Publix brand. I like the light, plain soy milk. Seems to be the lowest calories and lowest fat. And I'm going to end up having to watch this because it's going to start to get dry in a little bit. Now, for the carrot style of it, the problem is that we have a juicer and you don't. So I think that the way you would want to do that is put in maybe chunks of organic carrots. I'm going to add a little more water. It was a little light on the water. This might not be enough. You've got to do organic. You can do organic carrots, celery, and apples, and do them in a blender. So chop the carrots up and the celery up in like 1-inch lengths, and the apple just in chunks. And you don't have to get rid of the skin of any of it. You just have to wash it. And when you blend it up with a lot of water, and then what you're going to do is you're going to drink, after it's blended, you strain it so that you get the water out, and that's the juice. You drink the juice, and you got to drink it right away, as Mom's told you. And with the residue, what's left over, that you'll put into the oatmeal. And when I do that, I put a heavy amount of ground cinnamon. I don't use that normally, but I found it's really helpful if I put in the here's cinnamon. If I'm using the stuff from the carrot juice, the bulk from the carrot juice, otherwise it doesn't taste that good. And still, I don't put any sugar in. And I make sure that I'm always adding that to cooked oatmeal. Don't cook it with the oatmeal. Just sort of toss it in there and then heat it all up. Now you see the texture of this? It's still pretty thick, but it's starting to boil. The thing is, you can't boil in the milk because soy milk, because it'll burn the milk. So you got to make sure that this is boiled enough to be pretty much cooked and dry, and then you can add the milk, and the milk will give it the creaminess, like I said, and finish the cooking process. The next day it'll be even creamier. So each day you take it out of the fridge, and it's a consistency that needs to be added, the milk, so that you can boil it as you reheat it, and that's where you get more and more creaminess. So once this gets dried out, boiling, you see, if you can see the difference as you follow it, you see how the chunks are, it still looks uncooked in spots, like right here. You see that? Where it looks sort of more pale and puffy, it's cooked. And where it looks more like a grain still, like here and here, it's not cooked yet. So once this cooks up, I'm going to add the soy milk and just keep heating it and watching it carefully. And as I put in the soy milk, I just do it to the consistency I want. I like it a little drier. Mom likes it a little bit wetter. And you can cook it, and then it gets all in there. You can keep it covered, and that'll solidify it even more, or eat it right away. See how it's starting to get dry now on the sides? See on there on the bottoms, it's starting to stick. So you have to watch it closely. You notice this goes real fast. They say traditional oatmeal takes like an hour to cook, but this is a lot faster, and the soy milk makes it just as creamy as anything else. So it's not quite entirely done, but now I can put in the soy milk. And the soy milk, American soy milk, you gotta shake it first. So see, I put in a fair amount because I can always cook it more to get it dry again. And that's it. I'm just gonna cook it until it gets to the consistency I want, and if it dries out a little bit too much, I'm going to put more soy milk in, but that'll be enough. The rest is to your taste.